Okay, I think we'll start. So once again, thank you everyone for joining. If you have attended some of our sessions last year, we started with a product masterclass, which was more about a new UI UX, right? Why we did that change, and I think how you can adapt into that UI UX, as well as the dashboards, and how both agent as well as an admin can use the new features or new user interface better. That's something which we have started. And I think post that, we also have new capabilities which are on digital and AI. And some of the feedback we have heard from our customers is, can we know better? Can we know more about this so that if we can implement in our CX suite or our customer engagement solutions, we can do it. No, we can implement the solutions better. So based on some of the inputs we've got from our customer, we came up with a new series again, which is Ozonetel Product Showcase. This time it will be a short one, which has 3 sessions lined up, and we will kind of wind up and probably show our presentation accordingly, our capabilities better. My name is Amir. I take care of customer marketing and product marketing at Ozonetel. For this product showcase, right, in today's first session, we will again focus, more focus will be on digital and AI capabilities, right? And in our first session, we will be covering a bot designer, how one can do a bot designer and how one can build knowledge base and keep increasing how you can automate some of the conversations, so on and so forth, which I have Prashant, who is our Chief Product Officer. If you know him, if you may have seen him in the previous sessions, he took through us, every one of us in the new UI UX part. And along with Prashant, we have Pranoy Kumar, who is a Senior Product Manager, who works very closely with Prashant in developing some of these features, products, and capabilities. Right. And the other thing is, we have 2 more sessions after this. The second session is on 5th of March, which will be on our WhatsApp capabilities, right? Something more on the addition to that what more have we built, how our customers using it. The third session is something which will kind of conclude our series with, which is on a digital CX, right? And what do we mean by digital CX? What are the enablers, so on and so forth, and which is also on 12 March. Our customers who have registered for today's sessions will be receiving the invites for session 2 and 3. You need not register for these 2 sessions. That's something which I wanted to highlight right before I pass it on to Prashant. Over to you, Prashant.
Hey, thanks, Amir. So me and Pranay might be speaking interchangeably and naturally whenever we want to add points to each other. Okay. So I hope my screen is visible. Currently, I have the agenda slide. Okay.
Yes.
Initially, we thought we will do chat on call and Ozonetel switchboard, which we have moved to second session now. One reason is felt it's good to first start as if a customer starts their journey when interacting with a business, right? So we wanted to show what we can do with our bot designer in Ozonetel. And hence we shifted this session to primarily for the entire Ozonetel's bot designer, which is enabled with AI capabilities, which is internal to Ozonetel. And of course, we use ChatGPT in some places for text summarization, text grammar, and things like that. Okay. So we'll just stick to this agenda. And broadly, what we are covering in Ozonetel's conversational bots are these pieces. Okay. So text to chat, agent connects, data detection, date detection, automated callbacks. Some of these could be for voice bots as well. That's why we're calling these as conversational bots. The direction we've taken is once you design this bot for chats, you can actually use the same flow even for a voice bot, because the only additional step in a voice bot is transcribing the text which the user has spoken, and then we can input the same text here into the bot, and the bot can still respond the exact same way. So you can have a unified customer experience across channels, irrespective of whether it's voice, WhatsApp, or web chat. It doesn't matter. You can have the same customer experience across. Of course, you can create separate bots for each channel. That's a business call. Okay. Now, this is just a summary of what we do on the bots. But this session was more primarily a hand where we actually show you how a bot is created. Okay. So I'll just move to the next screen. And before we start, maybe I have to it's good to log out and start. How do I move this? Yeah, let me put this slightly towards the bottom. We'll get back there. So just to reiterate, right? I think most of the customers right now use this interface Ozonetel for contact center, and since mid of last year, we've been saying we're getting a new user experience for the contact center. And also we're moving towards a unified customer experience platform, not just a CCaaS platform as such. So in that journey, now we have actually launched, we did a soft launch about back. We're almost there in terms of full-fledged product, which is available in production right now. So any of you can go to cloudagent.ozonetel.com, use your own CCaaS logins and start using our new interface. And usually we try to reiterate that unlike the previous versions, you have all documentation of Ozonetel available now on our portal, docs.ozonetel.com. Pretty soon you will be seeing this in our support emails also with the signature, where you will find these links. So all the guides to the new user interface, the videos, everything is available here. And all the previous master classes are also actually here in the bottom menu here. So anything we do in terms of a masterclass or a product showcase, we are updating here in the portal itself. So in case you have missed these sessions, you can always go back and listen to them on the recordings. Okay.
Yeah, and we will also quickly add a video series as well here.
Yeah, we're going to add a video series as well as a separate menu, which will have various videos about the product also. Okay. So broadly, this is about the new user experience and journey. Okay. But today's topic was more about the chatbot, voice bot designer as such using AI capabilities. So I'm using my demo account as an administrator. Once I log in, you'll default be on the dashboards page, but of course we're looking at bots. So we'll go into admin and IVR flows. Okay. So I have made a random bot for the chatbot actually. So I'm using this bot, which I designed just like an hour back. We will walk you through this journey, but unlike the IVR design, which you have, this is the IVR designer if some of you guys are using this, right? So we haven't yet upgraded the IVR designer to the new experience. So you will still see this slightly older version of it. The chat designer, though, is completely built on the new user interface and UX design philosophy. So you see a different design for this. Okay. And on the left side, you will see all the options, what you can use in the bot designer. Okay. So like, let's start from the top. There's a question node, which is there, which I've used as the first thing, because I think most of the times, every business now wants to ask vendors where, can you do something through true AI where I don't need to design step by step, but just ask the customer what they want and then the bot responds accordingly, right? So that's what the question node does actually. Okay. And then there are other things like you want to respond back with a message, you want to respond back with a multimedia message, like send a video link or a small GIF file. That can be done through the multimedia node. Document is basically sending a document or a PDF file. Then you have the knowledge base, which is interesting because this is where you can open it up to the customer and create your own ChatGPT kind of a bot actually. Okay. This is powered by Ozonetel's AI plus ChatGPT. It's not directly ChatGPT per se, but we use ChatGPT, like I said, for grammar more than anything. Rest of the knowledge base is all Ozonetel's NLP that we use. Then there are carousels. If you have used Apple Business Chat anytime with any business, you would see that you can scroll through the images right or right to left and actually right. So these are some of the nodes, and of course there are a lot of other nodes here, but let's start with that thing. So all I did was I dragged this question node here. I can type the text, then start putting in what intents I want to cover as a user. So if you see my node which I've created, I'll just delete the new one. I just said, please let us know what you're looking for. And I put, is the customer looking for a new product? Is he looking for water filters? Is he looking for home cleaning? Is he looking for health? So I put different sectors here just as an example, so you get the context as such. Okay. Now, if you see, I'm not asking about a specific word, like only if a user enters water filters will be get. That's not the point. The point is I'm capturing the intent. Okay. So now let's see how this works with Ozonetel's AI. Okay. So of course, there's a test option here in our bot. So you can click on the test option. This opens up the bot directly. So now I can start working. And if you see the history of my bot, I've been testing this randomly. So you can of course see the previous history of the user also. So now I just start by saying I am looking for for example. Okay. And what it did was it responded back with images about vacuum cleaners, as you can see. Now, how did I design this? If you see this, it went to home cleaning. And under home cleaning, I used the carousel node. The carousel node is here in the left menu, which I dragged. And all I did was I uploaded images of vacuum cleaners. One was a manual cleaner, one was a robo vacuum cleaner. Okay. So I set up the images there. And I also gave you two buttons there to click. Okay. And if you see right now, only on robo cleaning, I have actually put a document link here. And then I've embedded the knowledge base for robo cleaning. I'll come back on how we did this. But if you see the carousel now, right, the next step would be I'm expecting the user to click something. So as a user, if I go here, let's say I want robo cleaning, right? And I click on robo cleaning, for example, okay, where I put the next step. So you can see I've sent the user a document, which is a manual on how to set the robo cleaning device. Okay. Now, if you see the knowledge base took over immediately after this. Okay. And it started responding to me on the robo cleaning is a revolutionary approach, blah, 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 all of that. Now, if I say, can I map my floor, for example, okay. You can see it starts responding in proper English. Simply walk around your space with your smartphone and our app will create a detailed floor plan for you. It's a perfect way. And actually what I did, let me just open this document for you. I use the same document actually to set up the knowledge base. So if you see this, right, this is actually a menu of no promotions here, though this was the first thing I found on Google, so I used this. Okay, so it just has a step-by-step PDF file of how to install this robo cleaning, and it says how to operate the device, give cleaning commands, and of course, I saw this, hence I was go to map settings to edit at the bottom, right? So that I remembered and I typed how to map my floor. But basically, now how did I do this? Okay. So one is we give a separate knowledge base section here for where you can upload your own knowledge base. So if you see, I've uploaded 4 different ones. One is on Ozonetel itself, which is trained on our website. You can see the status as trained. Okay. This was the document I uploaded. It's the same document I opened here, the leaflet which I got as a response in the bot.
You have to be a second slow, just a bit slow because there is a lag.
There is a lag? Okay, okay. I'm moving too fast, is it? Okay, okay. So the document which I got in the bot as a response is the same document I have used here in the knowledge base. I just uploaded document instead of a URL. Okay. And you can see the status has trained even for that. And that's how here when I use the knowledge base node from the left side, I drag that. I'm able to select which knowledge base I want to use, and then I can connect to it. So what I did is I used that, put robo cleaning as the knowledge base document. And now Ozonetel's NLP will respond with its knowledge limited to this document. Okay. So all the knowledge you have here in this document, it will respond based on that. And as you could see, right, it's typing out things, right? But now let's take the price of the device, for example, something which it doesn't have an answer to. But if you see, right, now this is where the ChatGPT part comes in. it starts giving you slightly intelligent answers, but without having any data. This is more like somebody doesn't know anything, but he's trying to bluff things around. So the bot starts responding things, but actually doesn't have that info in that knowledge base I've shared. Okay, but it still gives out a response, and we can actually configure in each knowledge base what is the exit opportunity here. Like if you see, I've given my exit opportunity as thanks. So if I add a new one, you will understand the field. So there's a page limit and there's a terminate message. So I put thanks as a terminating message in each of these bots. Okay. So, and hence if I say thanks here, it should end that and go to the next one. But I didn't put any next flow. After the knowledge base, there's nothing else. And hence it disconnected the chat. Okay. Now, if we were to go back and say hi to the bot again, right, it will obviously ask me to enter something. Okay. But now let's say I want clean drinking water, for example. Okay. I didn't put the intent as clean drinking water. I just said water filters, but it knows that my intent is I'm looking for something which is water filters, and hence it takes me to the next menu under water filters. So the way I designed it, if I go back to the designer, water filters goes here to the top, and it's another carousel I've built. And of course here I picked the first 3 Google images that came through and put 3 carousels now. Previous one had 2. Now I have 3 carousels here. So of course the user can switch through the carousels and see what these images are about. And of course I've given the button options, so you can click on these buttons also. Okay. Now, if you see here, irrespective of what button you click, there's nothing else that I've designed after this. So it will end the chat. So I can click Kent arrow, for example, but it should say chat disconnected after that, as expected, because I didn't design anything further. It will disconnect the chat. Okay. So broadly, this is how you can design a quick bot. And mind you, this is not just a web chat bot. This works with WhatsApp also. So if you're using Ozonetel WABA facility with Ozonetel's WhatsApp APIs, right? And if you have taken Meta account and integrated with Ozonetel, you can directly start using the bot designer to create your own bots on WhatsApp also. So the bot is not just web. Web was very easy for me, so I quickly created this an hour back and started showing you. But you can integrate with a WhatsApp number and the same thing would start working there. Okay. And all you need to do in terms of extra configuration here, if you're doing web, it's easier because you don't need to map it to a campaign also, unless you want to connect to an agent. You don't need to map it to a campaign as well. Like I click this test option and it gave me this widget here, right? You can copy the script of this widget, the JavaScript of this widget, and paste it into any of your websites. Okay. And hence it'll start working for you. Okay. Now, if you're doing WhatsApp, then you will have to map this designer to one of your digital campaigns. That's where I think most of you understand IVR designer mapping to a campaign anyway. So what you can do is go to your digital campaigns, any of your digital chat campaigns. Okay. And in the general info, you would see this IVR flow piece. You can edit that and map it to anything you want to. Okay, like you would see my ICR masterclass at the bottom. So I can map it here, and that bot I created should start working here with WhatsApp. Okay, so it's as simple as that. But unfortunately, I don't know if this number setup here is WhatsApp or not. So I thought of demoing this only from a capability point of view, then a proof of concept on WhatsApp also. But we do have customers using this on WhatsApp as well, so we know it works. Okay. But this is all you need to do. Once you've done this, it starts working. Now, because a lot of you use our contact center, right? The most important piece is how do I connect the agent? That part remains the same. Like IVR designer, even here, I'm just minimizing this so it's easy. You can see it in one single flow. Okay. We have this CC transfer node. This is called as transfer node. We haven't yet named these as user friendly yet. Most probably we'll call this as skill transfer. Okay. What this will do is this is the same like your transfer node in the IVR designer. You can select any of your existing skills in the account which is there. So this is of course our demo account. So you can see all of the skills of our account, and you have these variables, and then that's it. So you can set this up anywhere to connect to an agent. Okay. So, and once you do this, it will start interacting with your agents also in this specific skill. So if you, for example, want to put something like I'm searching for sales, so I can say sales Hyderabad, for example. So any agent in that skill will be able to accept these customer calls. So quick check on time. We have spent about 15 minutes on this. There are other notes to explain, but I just want to explain the most important pieces. So just focusing on that. Yeah, I'm just looking for the questions. One second. I'm trying to maximize the Zoom session. We can see chat questions here, right? Okay. Okay, Biswajit is asking, is this conversational AI bot or just the voice bot? This is actually a conversational AI bot. Okay, like you could see with the questions node, right? This is a true conversational AI bot. It will pick the intent of the user. So if in case this was a voice bot, right, you can actually say something like, hey, I'm looking for a water cleaner. Can you help me out? And it would actually pick your intent and go. Or you can say, I'm looking for just a healthy, clean way to live. Okay. Like, yeah, that was something which I didn't show. But actually, if you look at this, right, I put health as another thing there, right? So I'm a fat guy, so this is my dream. I just want to get six-pack abs, for example. Okay. I just type this. It will still, if you see, it just goes to ask anything about health. The reason it is doing that is I've mapped intent health, anything related to health, directly to the knowledge base of health. Of course, I used the first website I found on Google here, and I put the URL to train it. So now it is gone into that website's content. Okay, so how do I smuggle, for example? Okay. Oh, maybe they don't have that. Okay. Dumbbells, maybe. No, it's not. Maybe I have to look at what content their website has because it's limited to that knowledge base. So these parts it's not responding to. Okay.
So the control is more about the knowledge base that is being used to train.
So of course this is a good use case actually because I've limited it to 10 pages of the website. So whatever content that those 10 pages have, the bot is responding just based on that information. It limits its expertise to those pages which you have uploaded in the knowledge base. Okay. Now, if you look at accuracy, the next question was, what is the accuracy of the AI bot? Accuracy is based on the intents actually. So if you see, we are not going by true transcription. In case it's a voice bot, we're looking at the intents, and hence the accuracy is pretty high. We are almost like 95 to 98% on day one itself. Okay. Usually in voice, if you a lot of people think because the transcription accuracy is about 60-70%, the bot also will have the same accuracy. That's not the case because we are looking at the intent of what the user is trying to ask. The accuracy of the bot response as such would be very, very high. But the text transcription, day one, it will be about 65-70%. Okay. Second question is average latency in case of complex use cases. We haven't seen anything more than a second in digital. If you're talking voice, we have an SLA of 2.5 to 3 seconds at maximum because it's real time. You have to respond very, very fast. Okay, so that's how we have been trying to put SLAs against our bots. Then the next question is, can we train the AI bot basis on a business way of dealing with customers and customer empathy? So this part is where we use OpenAI and ChatGPT. So we can do this. Of course, of iterations we'll have to do for the business requirements on is the bot actually representing your business in terms of empathy. But this can be done definitely. Okay.
It can also be done today with the information that's being fed through the
Yeah.
knowledge base.
Yeah. Through the knowledge base, definitely. So if a knowledge base language already has these characteristics, right, the bot will automatically adopt those actually. Yeah. What percentage of users are using chatbots instead of WhatsApp bots? So this depends on the geography actually. India, I think this webinar is primarily for India. India is more of a WhatsApp nation than a web chat nation. So this is WhatsApp bots more than anything else. But if you look at US, WhatsApp is not so prevalent. So there it's more web chat bots, and actually we do SMS bots there. It's because we can give dedicated numbers with two-way SMS in US. It's easier to create SMS bots there. How it works for a hotel? Okay, so see, that's why I try to cover few of the sectors here. So instead, like for example, right? Let's say I take hotel stays as another intent, which I'm adding. Okay. While I might just let's use a message probably.
Use cases are unlimited, right?
Unlimited use cases are unlimited. So what I'm trying to just show you here is just that the intents can be anything, any sector, and you guys know best about your sector. So of course, each sector, like I was trying to just cover different verticals here, different industries. Like water filters is a separate industry, home cleaning is a separate, health is separate, and hotels are very, very different, right? But within hotels itself, you might have some 10 intents on which your customers call. Like bookings is of course one, if I think of hotels as such, right? Price is another one. It could be availability of the rooms on a long weekend. And what are the amenities? Things like that. Okay. So you can actually build out. In fact, in our US instance, we have Veridian Hotel, which one of our partners built. That bot actually is a demo bot for hotels actually. Okay, we built a small web page for hotels. We trained the bot on that web page itself. One of our partners has it. I don't think I have access to it, but it's basically pretty much whatever you want to build, you can just dynamically think through and build this. In case you want some help, you can talk to our sales and pre-sales teams. They with some context on how to do this. Q&A. From a voice perspective, how many languages can it handle? We can handle vernacular languages also. The bot can be built in vernacular languages as well. So that's there. But I think pretty much most of the businesses ask for English. So we are only using that. Which all industries we can use this bot? Like I said, this is industry agnostic. This is a pretty open bot designer in that sense. Each of you is an expert in your own industry, so you are the best guys to say how to use this within your industry. But technically, it will support any kind of a bot or flow that you are looking for.
Yeah. Most of the industries, when we had conversations with customers, wanted to start using WhatsApp chatbots.
Yeah.
Especially to see, because as you mentioned, India is WhatsApp.
And see, there are two primary use cases. I think you can only split between sales and support. So either you have a marketing number where people are inquiring about something, and that's a sales bot you design. And if it fails, then you connect with the sales team. Those they become your agents then. Okay. The other way to look at it is creating a customer service bot. So it could be where a user can ask things about support requests, and then either the bot responds, and if it can't respond, then actually you fall back onto the agents. Okay. So primarily you can think of these two. Of course, you can send surveys using this bot designer on WhatsApp, do all kind of outbound messaging also. But primarily, if you look at broad use cases, I would say sales and support. So either ways it would work, irrespective of which industry it is for. Can WhatsApp agent interface to chat live be embedded in a different CRM? Yeah, you can do that, Biswajit, because our agent toolbar can be embedded into the CRM as a widget. So you embed Ozonetel's WhatsApp agent login into any of your CRMs, and agents can, of course, talk or chat through that. While we wait for, can WhatsApp? Okay, this is answered. While we wait for a few more Q&A, right? About aesthetics itself, right? Like when I click test, I don't know if you liked the interface I was showing you. I'm saying uh, need help, chat with us. When I open it, it says Ozonetel recognized as leader by G2 for CCAS. There's a green circle, which is our logo. But of course, if you're doing it for your business, you want to edit this widget also. Okay, it's not that you would use this exact same design. Right now, how do you do that? So previously, you had to code and design all of that. So we have given a front-end interface where you can edit all of that and modify this. Like if you look at configuration, this piece where it says Ozonetel bot, right? That's the title of it. So now I can make it as masterclass bot. Okay. This I can remove and say learn how to design a bot, for example. Okay. Do I want the logo or not? I have an option to remove that if I don't want it. Okay. Or you can upload your own logo here. We used ours, but of course you can upload from your computer whatever you're looking for. Okay, directly. Okay. Then you can say what is the agent avatar going to be. So if you see here, agent avatar is the logo itself. So, but you can change that. Now, when you look at the launcher, basically the launcher is this need help chat with us, please. So maybe you have a name like top of the mind. I'm just typing Debbie, for example. Okay. So Debbie becomes your bot. So you can just call it as Debbie bot and it just shows that. Or you can say help and a question mark, just that. It depends on what is the use case you're looking for, especially if you're using this in a web chat. Of course, this designer is for web chat. WhatsApp, don't need to do any of this. It's just the WhatsApp interface. So this entire design is only for the web chats. Okay. Then you have theme where you can change the colors and all that. So basically, you can edit this entire bot to your own company's CSS, company's branding guidelines. And ultimately, you can copy that script here. There's a copy script option. Once you've edited the bot to how it should look, you can copy this entire script and paste it in your website, and the bot will start working on your website, especially when you're looking at a web chat bot. Okay. For WhatsApp, none of this is needed. All you need to do is design your bot and you're good to go. Now let's get back to other options which are there. If you've used our IVR designer, office hours is something you can set up, right? So that's available even here. So your bot can respond based on office hours. So you can set up which days of the week would it work, what time to what time. You can set up holiday calendar if you want one. Okay, that's available. If you're looking at calling different APIs, like a customer said, it is, let's say, about order status, for example, right? Then you will have to call your order status API, get the response, and then probably respond back to the user in a message. So you can do API calls here, and based on the response, then you would respond back to the user. So of course, after the API response, you might want to use conditional nodes. So if you've used our IVR designer, all these nodes are available even in that. So it's pretty similar in that sense in some of the features.
We do have a recording of the detailed IVR.
So that's actually, if you haven't seen our IVR designers masterclass, that's still there here on the document side under the masterclass series.
So okay. Second one is covers more
on the API side. Advanced integrations is something we cover there.
It's pretty much the same that we just brought into the interface.
Yeah. And introduction to new dashboards actually is about the new UX interface that we did last time. So broadly, this is what we built as a complete bot designer for businesses. And it supports web chat and WhatsApp right now. US, we also support SMS, but India, I think it's not so relevant. WhatsApp is the biggest medium here. So web chat and WhatsApp is what you can do. So Amir, I think we spent about a good 30 minutes on this. Any questions which we can answer? I think it's that time of the day. Yeah.
Somebody had raised their hand.
They had asked the Q&A in the Q&A actually.
Yeah. Any more questions? Anyone? We wanted to make it pretty short. As I initially mentioned that we are dividing this into 3 sessions because it's not some of the topics are not that easy to understand. It's kind of complex. We wanted to simplify it for everyone. So as I mentioned, the second and third session is something which we will share the invite with all of you who have registered. But any questions on the bot designer, right? And I think we're happy to take that.
Documentation also for ICR in our same docs.ozonetel.com. And we are in the process of building small snippets of videos so that you'll be able to understand what we walk through in a much better manner and in a simpler format. So we'll try to do a video series on ICR itself so that more like a how-to series. So you want to use the question node, use the message node, how do you have to use and how you can leverage it.
So there's somebody on chat. Okay, it's Amir, docs.ozonetel.com. Okay. And just to reiterate, the next session is going to be pretty interesting as such. It would be about chat on call feature, which I think is very, very significant in the current day and age for a lot of industries. Basically, while you are using Ozonetel, right, you want to get some documents from the customer, or let's say his Aadhaar card's photo, for example, when he's registering on at your hotel, for example. But the hotel desk system isn't working, so he has to call the call center and then send it out. Or probably it's the receptionist who is calling the call center, and they should send a snapshot of the customer's Aadhaar card to let so that the room can be given to the customer. So in these cases, while the customer or the second party is chatting with the agent, right? Agent can initiate a WhatsApp chat, and you can start pinging the agent your documents, KYC documents, or in case you're looking at support requests, it could be a screenshot of your laptop, your home. Probably some wire has been split, and you don't know where to plug in the cable, so you want to send a screen, just an image of that place which is there. These kind of use cases can be covered with our chat on call feature. We haven't yet come up with a jazzy name. We're not so good with it. We're good with features as such. So basically, it will help agent who is on call with you to send you a message and start texting. You can text back to the agent to and fro on the WhatsApp itself. That's what that feature is about. We would be covering this in the second session. And there is also something called a switchboard, which we have done. This is more geared towards large scale teams, or suddenly where you get sudden volumes and you want some of your employees who are not contact center agents, but you want them to just log in through their mobiles and start accepting inbound WhatsApp chats. So in scenarios like that, or you have field sales team and you want them to be included for inbound WhatsApp chats, things like that, that's where the Ozonetel switchboard comes in. So we'll be covering these two sets of features. They're not separate products as such, but these are features within the Ozonetel's WhatsApp offerings. And that's the third session about on what all do we offer within our digital CX space. So this is how we are going to progress in these 3 sessions. So I would suggest not to miss the next session, because this chat on call feature, I've personally talked to a few of the CIOs in the industry, and this was something they immediately latched onto. This was an immediate need I could see in the market. And I think this will help most of the businesses who need this. If you're using Ozonetel's WhatsApp right now, this is a feature which you should start using with our new UX. Okay. So don't miss the next session though. So Amir, I don't see any questions. I think we're good.
Yeah.
Not a poll, I think.
Yeah, you have sent a poll. Yeah.
We have just sent a poll just to understand where our customers are. And I think just we'll take a minute or more, then we can wind up for the day.
We'll use that minute to probably also explain about our vision of the customer journey studio. That helps.
No, that is something we should do like the bot designer, then explain. Because bot designer also we were doing since 2 years, but we never had a front-end designer. We were doing it for the customers. So explaining something like a customer journey studio without having it in front is very, very difficult. We should, of course, I think if you see our LinkedIn post, we are building something called as a customer journey orchestrator, which is like the unifier of all features you see in our product. Okay. So using that tool, you will be able to actually define your customer journeys and customer experience across interactions. But it will be very similar to this bot designer, but the use cases are very, very different for it. So the UI would be exactly same like what you saw today, but the nature of things, the kind of things it can do is very, very different. Probably this is like a June kind of a session when we'll be ready with the entire designer. So we'll do that session in June probably.
Yeah. There's one question, Prashant, on the chat.
Can you say more about Carousel feature? So Sandeep, Carousel feature basically is it allows you to design probably something like a scroll of images. So in case, let's say you are an e-commerce company, right? You want to design a product portfolio which you want users to scroll through. Or let's say you're not an e-commerce company, but you want to run WhatsApp commerce, for example. So you have a product or product set of products, maybe 10 or 20 products. You want to send user a WhatsApp message, or user comes to the through WhatsApp bot, but you want him to scroll through your products and buy something. Like the buy now link, you can hyperlink it to your own payment gateway page, probably using Razorpay or something like that. So the carousel becomes your link to showing all the things you have in your brochure, for example. Okay. So that's one use case I can think of. So it's a scroll of images, but at the same time, it has actionable click to action buttons at the bottom. So you can click those and actually probably purchase, probably inquire, like I did in the demo, right? I wanted to know more, so I got this document about the RoboVac vacuum cleaner. Okay. So it's up to you what you will send to the customer once they click it. But it could be a shopping cart, it could be something like an inquiry like this. Okay. Hope that answers.
Yeah, so I think we have got a very good response on the poll as well. I think a lot of things for us to take back and see what our customers are expecting more. And I think thanks a lot, everyone, for joining us.
Yeah, and one last note, quickly. This is available in production, by the way. So any of you using Ozonetel can use this right away at this moment. Just talk to whoever is your relationship manager. They'll be able to get this to you. So you can start using the bot designer.
Sure. Okay. Thank you, everyone. Hope to see you again on 5th of March. And thank you, Prashant. Thank you, Pranay. Have a lovely evening. Bye-bye.
Thank you. Bye.